Badlands. Explain those Badlands. That's a hell of a name.
Science proves that a healthy immune system is the body's first defense against the smallest of ailments to the most catastrophic. Coriolus versicolor is the most sought-after, all-natural supplement for both humans and pets to help boost the immune system. There are over 400 studies worldwide on its effectiveness in humans, including Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, MD Anderson Cancer Center, and now from the University of Pennsylvania School of Veterinary Medicine. Together, we can help reverse this terrible tide now plaguing your loved ones and give them the immune-boosting supplements that they need.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. MAHA News here on February 27th. What is going on, Nate Dogg?
Dude, it's another good day in MAHA life, so I'm excited to be here.
What's going on? And we just had Robert F. Kennedy Jr. on Joe Rogan's podcast, and that podcast dropped like 2 hours ago. So we will be watching some clips from what RFK had to say with Joe Rogan. I have not had time to watch the whole thing yet because it just came out, but I have seen some clips on the X that we will share. So that will be a good bulk of today's conversation. And then we'll also look at some of the hearings earlier this week from Casey Means and her confirmation hearing for the Surgeon General position. She was triggering some senators, which was pretty nice. And some other things in there as well. We'll get to some pretty cool news articles about, I guess, what we would call it, upcoming health technology hitting the market.
Yeah, I think it's just some pretty revolutionary new health technology. It's a good way.
Yeah, pretty cool devices and tech and little things that are being worked on or about to come public. So we'll look at some new health technologies towards the end of the show. And I saw some questions I wanted to comment. There was a question here. Polaris. On last Saturday's wrap-up show, CanCon said that nitrates are not bad for you, naturally occurring in some veggies. What do I think? I agree. I agree with Mr. CanCon. Now, this is different from the, say, sodium nitrate preservative that you find in meats, and beef jerky, and sausage sticks and stuff like that. Meat preservative nitrates or nitrites,
I think it's nitrates.
not good, but the naturally occurring nitrates in veggies. So, for instance, beets. It's one of the reasons I love drinking beet juice before workouts, or when I bust out my juicer. Always put beets in there. Tons of nitrates in beets that are good for you and that help promote nitric oxide production, blood flow. And this is another reason why beet juice is great before workouts. So good
Get
stuff
that
there.
blood pumping.
Yeah, coconut water is a big hydration drink that a lot of athletes and workout people use, which is great. There's a lot of potassium in it and good amount of sugar too if you're doing some intensive workout and you need the extra glucose. And I love coconut water sometimes, but beet juice has just as much potassium, and then you get the nitrates on top of it. So that's why beet juice for me is superior to coconut water for workout drink, but not as a beach drink. Coconut water goes better with, vodka. Did you get a haircut, Nate?
No, I need one. I thought about going to get one this morning, but I didn't have time to. So
he didn't get a haircut. He got.
I didn't get. No, it's growing past my ears. Like you said, I'm starting to look like a hippie.
Let's see what other comments we got coming in. Actually, can I do that as well? I can. Nice. Show comments.
Oh, and it's showing the Rumble comments today.
Yeah.
There we go.
It kind of gets out of the way before it gets up to you. So I don't think I can format it or anything.
Right.
It's like the only option I have, but. All right, let's get into these clips from the Robert F. Kennedy on the Joe Rogan. Pretty cool. Just premiered 2.5 hours. So I'm going to give this a listen probably in the morning.
Yeah, I didn't even know that he was on until you brought that up.
Well, I didn't know he was on either until I saw some people talking about it about an hour ago. So rushed to get some clips from it into the show here before we went live. And here are the notables I found so far. RFK Jr. blows the whistle on a shocking autism fraud scandal in Minnesota, as we know, but he dropped some statistics on that one.
And this is what happened in Minnesota. These organized crime companies would come in and say, you designate this family, you designate all your children have autism now, even if they didn't. And we're going to now pay providers for each of them, and we'll give you a few $1,000s to do it, but then they would collect all the money. And that's what was happening. It's happening all over the country because it's very, very difficult. The guardrails on that system were very pervious, and anybody can defraud it. If you are inclined to do fraud, this was an irresistible opportunity.
How long was this going on for? Like, when did this fraud begin, do you believe?
It really accelerated during the Biden administration. We expected to pay for the Minnesota program just for autism care for kids who have autism. The kids need the care because they go to maybe a special school, but then they come home from school and the parents aren't there because they're working. So who's going to take care of them? So in legitimate circumstances, you would want to pay for that. But what happened is they just started this wholesale fraud. We expected the cost of that program to be about $3 million a year in Minnesota, in Minneapolis. It got up over a 3-year period, it got up to $400 million a year. So it was all fraudulent, almost.
I just don't
$400 million a year. Listening to that, it makes me wonder how much false diagnosis we're getting across the country for autism and a variety of other diseases. But how are these disease statistics being padded for people who don't actually have autism or cancer or whatever it might be? But like they do, or doctor says they does, just to help get some fraud going.
It makes you wonder if those programs even required a doctor's input or just testimony from the guardian.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Or the doctor's in on it, they get a kickback just to sign the dotted line. And yeah.
Woo, that's a lot of hooch.
400 mil just in Minneapolis, just for the autism. Wild. And then RFK Jr. drops a massive Medicare fraud bombshell. Some more numbers. This is for Medicare.
The amount of fraud that goes through that place. We lose just in Medicaid and Medicare $100 billion a year. And it's all just this really, shocking, blatant fraud where that's become industrialized. I mean, there's foreign nations like Russia. Everybody's heard of Somalia, but also Cuba has this operation in Florida where it's where they open up these little these PO boxes for durable medical equipment, is like knee braces and wheelchairs, and then they don't have any knee braces or wheelchairs, but they have patient identification numbers. So they just claim to be shipping them to people. And we found one hotel, it had like 129 rooms, and everyone was a different company that was selling durable medical equipment. And we go in and shut them down, and they immediately go back to Cuba. The whole thing is apparently run by the Cuban government, but Russia's doing the same thing with hospices in.
Where do they get the patient ID numbers?
They can buy those numbers, they on the black market.
Really?
Yeah. And Russia does the same thing in Los Angeles with hospice care. So there's There's more hospice care in Los Angeles than the entire rest of the country combined. It's all fraudulent. And we're just pumping hundreds of millions of dollars into these fraudulent operations. The same thing that the Somalis did in Ethiopia.
That's insane.
So is there like a college course that you can take on all the ways that you can take advantage of the healthcare system?
Dude, these foreign governments got to be giving courses out. Yeah.
Man.
Wanna, it's number one, clearly RFK and his teams are finding out. I mean, whatever Doge team they have in HHS, they're finding out all of these webs and networks, and it's a very difficult investigation because apparently there are many, many, many different webs and networks in various cities across the country. A lot of them. It's a lot of money. It's not just the Somalians in Minneapolis, just one example of probably hundreds, if not thousands. And he's out here just dropping cities, dropping which country targets that city. In a city as big as Los Angeles, you probably have a few different countries and communities, networks down there. But you could get a lot of Nick Shirleys out there, but I don't know if I'd want to go investigating the Russians in Los Angeles.
Yeah. I just can't wrap my head around how so much has happened, and then also how are they going about shutting down these programs while also ensuring that they're not interfering with true medical care that's required. Talk about a tangled mess. Like, I don't even like brushing my daughter's hair. You're trying to sort this stuff out. I can't imagine trying to get through all that.
Yeah. And even say that hotel he was speaking about in Southern Florida, the Cuban hotel, just like you said, they got to make sure that they're not freezing the accounts or shutting down legitimate care for people who need it. So they probably have to send a team of undercover investigators out, and it takes them a few weeks or even a couple of months to figure out a few addresses or a specific location. Takes a long time. Takes a long time to undo that amount of fraud, because that fraud can be set up very fast.
Yeah.
But to undo that fraud and investigate it takes a lot. It takes a lot more time to undo it than it does to set that up. So,
and then, I wonder about any sort of justice. Like he was saying, like they shut down that hotel and they all just went back to Cuba. So there's no, like, what are the legal ramifications for the people that are committing these fraud? Is this happening somewhere in the background that we don't see? Or are they just shutting down the fraud and they leave with their fat bank accounts? I wonder how that's all playing out.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, at the very least, I hope there's a database where they can get photos and names and then give that database to, Customs and Border Patrol or the immigration agencies so they can verify anybody who's trying to get citizenship. Nope, you're in this registry of previously being in this country and committing fraud or something. So denied. But in terms of, justice now, I don't know.
What was that? What was the reward for turning in fraud? If you found it, was it like 10% of?
Oh shit! Yeah. What did Besant say? I think it was like 10 or 20%.
Yeah. So you find a $400 million scheme of fraud. You walk away with what? $4 million?
Oh. No, 40.
Oh shit! Bring it on, man.
Snitches get riches, man.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
All right. Next clip. RFK revealed that by April, the U.S. will have its first ever federal definition of ultra-processed foods.
Ooh.
By April, we will have a federal definition of ultra-processed foods. First time in history. And as soon as we do that, we're going to do front of package food labeling. So every food in your grocery store will have a label on it. It'll have maybe a green light, a red light, or a yellow light. telling you whether or not it's going to be good for you.
Oh, wow.
And that, and it's going to evaluate all of the ingredients, et cetera. So, I think we're not going to change this overnight, but we're going to change it pretty quickly. And if you want to be healthy, we're going to give you the information to take control of your own health.
That's pretty cool.
That is epic.
Just have a little sticker on it, right? A little colored sticker.
Yeah.
Red, yellow, green.
Oh, man.
Or
What
whatever they
was
do,
it?
right?
Did you see this thing? Target is like, what is it? By the end of the month or next month, they're not going to sell anything. Oh, I believe it had to do with food dyes. It just made me think of this. I mean, it sounds like they're really going after ultra processed food. They've made it clear about food dyes. So these big retailers, like, I mean, nobody's going to want to sell a product that has a red sticker on it.
Oh,
Like
food companies are going to be so pissed.
Dude, this is
Be so
yeah. I mean,
pissed.
so they're
wonder
not
what's the,
saying they're not saying, hey, you can't sell this because it's ultra processed. They're going around, they're skirting all the way around that, and they're telling the consumer, hey, this has really nasty crap in it that is going to make you sick. And so consumers just aren't going to buy it, dude. The dollars are going to shut down these companies.
Yeah, they don't have to go government regulation on it, or at least government banning in the form of regulation. But the regulation will be labeling, and it'll be transparent labeling. Government regulation will be, hey, just put a little colored stripe or little dot on the package by law. I wonder how they will go about that. Will Trump sign an executive order? I imagine there'll be probably an executive order that gets signed giving authority for that rule change. And then I wonder how fast it would be to implement that. Honestly, it'd probably be faster than artificial food dyes, because with the food dyes, you have to think about the supply chains and getting the natural food dye supply chains up and going, which could take a couple of years at least. But with packaging goes a lot faster.
Yeah.
And
FDA is in charge of all packaging regulations for supplement facts or nutrient facts. So it'd
be the same product. They don't have to change any of their ingredients or any of the supply chains. Nope. They just have to change the packaging, and the turnover for packaging is a lot quicker. So, realistically, they could probably say, hey, by the end of 2026. So if an executive order gets signed in April and government definition comes out, rule change, I'd say realistically by the end of the year, they could say, hey, the law will take effect 2027, right? I mean, I don't know, for our labels, for our companies, right? It takes me a couple of months maybe to go through labels, but people who buy in bulk might take them a little longer. Although, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what a giant food company is going to be like.
So the thing that I was talking about with Target, it looks like they are going to drop all synthetic colors from cereals by the end of May.
Ooh, we're going to do what we're already required to by law. Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, by the end of May, I mean, that's
pretty
I think
quick,
they're pushing the timeline on it.
Yeah, that means they've already been planning it for quite a long time. They're just announcing it now, which is cool.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Still a lot of crap I wouldn't buy at Target. I don't go to Target at all for anything, but that's cool, I guess. Although, yeah, I'm curious how the whole logistics of the packaging changes with the ultra processed definition would be.
That's gonna have such an impact, though, if it plays out like what it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, a little goes a long way, truly, when it comes to consumer awareness.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to ban it. You don't have to. You just have to. Put the proper information out there.
It's just like the names for artificial sweeteners. They keep changing the name of certain artificial sweeteners because consumers became aware of what to look for and what they didn't want. And so they'd go through, they'd change the name. Well, you can't, I assume that they won't be able to change the color of a circle. Like, it seems solid workaround.
Bacon's like coffee. There's no such thing as too much. That's not very MAHA of you, Patrick.
I like bacon and coffee.
Hey, I like it, but let's be real.
But yeah,
let's be real.
I'm not going to drink it at 8:00 at night. That's for sure.
It's a very addict thing to say. No such thing as too much bacon and coffee. All right. RFK shared his opinion with Joe Rogan on pesticides. Of course, this is
hot topic.
Yeah, very hot topic with that executive order, which we'll get to RFK Jr.'s response about that. But here we go.
I've spent 40 years fighting pesticides. I was part of the trial team on the Monsanto case, which was the team that, we won 3 cases in a row and then got an $11 billion settlement with Monsanto, which is now Bayer. By the end of our trial, Bayer owned Monsanto. But, pesticides are poison. They're designed to kill all life. It's not a good thing to have in your food. So, I've spent 40 years fighting pesticides. I was part of the trial team on the Monsanto case, which was...
All right. Let's get to that statement, right?
I think so.
So, that executive order that was signed, I don't think we need to rehash that. Most people are aware of that Trump's executive order. So, RFK comes out and let's see, February 22nd. So, this was Monday, I believe. And his explanation was essentially what you and I discussed last Friday, Nate, in that he's basically saying, hey, I know pesticides suck. They're terrible. I'm just paraphrasing his statement here. U.S. represents 4% of the world's population, yet we use 25% of the pesticides. If these inputs disappeared overnight, crop yields would fall, food prices would surge, America would experience a massive loss of farms. Because unfortunately, we let ourselves get way too comfortable with using these things, and now we're kind of dependent on them, unfortunately. RFK says he supports the executive order because it's important to have domestic production ourselves, so no foreign country can just shut it off and screw us. Trump didn't build the current system. He inherited it. We need to, we are working on next generation technologies and laser guided weed control, things like that. So there are solutions. We're working on them. The only reason we needed to do this executive order was to just not die. Just let ourselves be insecure and everything. So, yep. I mean, at the end of the day, just grow your own food or go to the farmer's market and buy some locally grown food, and you can reject the poison with your purchases. So,
yeah. I mean, we have to be responsible for our own health, and sometimes that means avoiding certain things, which is something we talk about all the time, and that hasn't changed. I think ultimately, there's a lot of people out there criticizing RFK over this, and I can understand frustration. I mean, it's definitely not what we all wanted or expected to see. I also understand the argument. So I think we just
100%.
continuing on the same thing that we've been doing for the last 20 years. Just keep doing it. And I think that we're moving in the right direction. I think we're going to see what we all want.
I mean, I get people's outrage, and I'm glad people are talking about it. The conversation of pesticides being bad is very viral at the moment, but a lot of this outrage is performative too. Are these social media people that are all up in arms about it, are they going to go to their local golf course and complain about all the pesticides on the golf course? Because golf courses are some of the most heavily sprayed pieces of land, pesticide-wise. Are they talking about that? Are they going out and mentioning to their neighbors when the neighbors are spraying some Roundup in their driveway? Like, hey, bud, there's other ways you can go about that. Probably not. They're just bitching on the internet.
Yeah.
So,
Engagement
a lot of
farming.
it's performative.
Yeah. Yep.
And then here was another drama fest that happened last weekend. So you had a couple of influencers on the X. They really misreported this, miscontextualized it. This guy here, Dominic, I don't know who he is, but political analyst guy, I don't know. His post went kind of viral. In major reversal, Trump administration retreats on plan to ban artificial colors in food and significantly loosens FDA labeling requirements. Apparently, he got that soundbite from a Guardian article, even though bro didn't even link exactly where he got the claim from. I hate the internet. MTG here shares, what level chess is this? Here's the post she shared. Leading report breaking. Trump FDA retreats from plan to ban artificial colors in food per The Guardian. Lovely. The Guardian. The epitome of fact and unbiased, truthful reporting. MTG, you are a genius. Apparently you missed where this is coming from. All that happened, first of all, this story is like 3 weeks old, 2 or 3 weeks old. So I don't know why it took 2-3 weeks for them to get mad about it. But the FDA put out a statement the first week of February. All they're doing is just changing the technical definition of artificial on the labeling. They're not relaxing anything on artificial colors. Artificial colorings, petroleum-based food dyes are still very much getting banned. All that's happening is that this is going to allow products that use like beetroot and spirulina for coloring, which are more natural colorings. It's going to allow them to put no artificial colorings on the label. That's all. It's just a technical definition change. So that's all.
Wow.
Yeah.
All that fuss.
All the fuss. So companies will now have flexibility to claim products contain no artificial colors when the products do not contain petroleum-based colors.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
Who would have thunk?
It seems logical.
Right. So.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, you're asking me about carrageenan. I don't work at HHS. I can't give you an answer to that. But at the end of the day, you can ban it from your kitchen yourself. So, it would should be nice. Maybe that's something they're working on studying. Well, first they have to study it so they can have their science to back up their banning of it. And then I think the petroleum-based food dyes were so easy because there has been science, even when the FDA was under the Clinton or Obama administrations. There's even science they can point to ban the food dyes, petroleum-based food dyes. So that one was easy. That was like low-hanging fruit for RFK to go after. But with, say, the carrageenan and some of these newer preservatives that sure, we can, through common sense, gather that they're not good, but we're going to have to, A, get the science to prove it so they can ban it, and B, RFK is also redoing the whole GRAS system. So once that GRAS system gets redone, then we won't have to worry about shit like carrageenan so easily being able to be pushed onto the market.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I mean, you don't have to wait for the government to be daddy for you. You can just not buy products that have carrageenan in it. So
That is true. Yeah, they use that in a lot of stuff.
yeah, I know it's in a lot of, I don't want to call them nut milks, but nut waters.
Yeah.
Almond milk, oat milk, and all that. But I don't drink any of that.
Whipping cream, all kinds of stuff. It's a thickening agent.
Yeah.
Gives it a smooth texture.
Even in some protein drinks, health products, I don't remember the last time I saw anything with carrageenan on it that I purchased. So
yeah, I was giving my cat like a dollop of whipped cream every morning. Every morning I go downstairs, he drives me crazy. So I'd spray a little dollop of it down. And it was a whipped cream that we were getting from Costco. And then I saw they started adding carrageenan into it, and no longer in the fridge. Sorry, kitty.
I don't buy any of the RTD ready to drink protein drinks. If I ever make a protein shake, it's powder and water. I shake it up myself. So
corn syrup solids in those protein
What's that?
powders. You gotta watch out for corn syrup solids in those protein powders.
Oh,
any of the cheap ones, they're loaded with it.
Totally. Soy and corn and shit. Or cheap protein like casein. But
no bitch tits up in here.
But yeah, I don't remember the last time I saw carrageenan on anything I bought. Patrick says as long as it's not in coffee and bacon, he's good. I don't think you got to worry about carrageenan in that, brother. Just don't buy that nitrate bacon. That preserved nitrate bacon.
Oh, dude. So we used to slaughter our own pigs, and I tell you what, the grease that comes out of the bacon that was from our pigs versus what you get from any of the stores, such a big difference, night and day. Like I used to use all of the grease from our pigs. I'd use that for cooking eggs or whatever, and it was gorgeous, beautiful, white, clean. The stuff from the store is like watery, chunky nastiness.
Not gonna lie, I don't remember the last time I had bacon. And
I'm sorry.
Patrick's ass in here right now is kind of making me crave some. It's like my dessert, man. I'll go a few months without eating bacon, and then when I get a craving, man, I'll just get a whole pack and make up the whole pack and eat that.
All right. You like your bacon crispy? Is it like crunchy, crispy bacon?
Nah, not crunchy. Like
no?
I'll go a little bit of crisp to it, a little bit of bite, but not like.
Yeah.
It's got to have a little bit of juice to it. Oh man, I might do that tomorrow. Not gonna lie. I might just go get a whole freaking pack of bacon.
There we go. Actually, doesn't sound bad. All right.
Do it now. Get your bacon. Has to be crispy? Nah, man. No way. Just a tiny bit, but it's like an avocado, man. It's good. And then there's no line.
Oh yeah.
All of a sudden it goes from good to just too burnt. And I don't want to ingest that carbon. Yeah. All right. Bacon breakfast for me tomorrow, I guess.
Bacon
cool.
and eggs.
We got an ad break, guys. Unfortunately, it's not any kind of bacon company, but
sure,
it'll be good here today. Van Man. You know about Van Man taking down big toothpaste with all natural oral care, right? Van Man's tooth powder is loaded with minerals like eggshells and bone, and combined with pulling oils and peppermint aloe mouth rinse, it's truly the ultimate fluoride-free dental hygiene bundle. that saves you 25% off the individual prices. And the van never stops. Introducing Van Man's new Pearl Eye Cream and Sweet Onion Shampoo. Head over to badlandsmedia.tv/vanman to see what's new. That's badlandsmedia.tv/vanman.
Where beards grow wild and lips dare to crack without permission. One woman has suffered.
Hi, I'm Margie, and I'm Jadriet's mother.
But the world would come to know her by another name. Madame Margie, the moistureless.
Jay came home with a lip balm. It's called Soft Disclosure.
With one miraculous application, her power awakened.
Within one day, my lips were healed. It was miraculous.
But salvation came at a cost. For in the shadowed lands known only as Badlands,
You boys at Badlands are so handsome.
she saw potential.
You're covering up your beautiful faces.
And she made her demand.
Shave them all off,
Or face the consequences. Beard oil will not save you now.
and you'll look so much better.
This summer, moisturize wisely and guard your beard. Because Madame Margie, the moistureless, is always watching.
Dude,
Yeah,
their
that
ads are
cracks me
so
up. I'm
good,
sorry.
man.
Yeah. We love you, Margie. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right. Our soft disclosure ads are fire. Oh, that's your comment. Well, I was about
That's
to show your
mine.
comment on screen, Nate. Who's this Nate guy?
Really are. I gotta talk to them. Be like, hey guys, help me make some ads.
Yeah, Jessica. Whenever we see her comments, and we're like, oh crap, Jessica's here, quick. We don't want to get fired. We don't want to get yelled at by Jessica. Oh, alrighty. Alrighty then. We got Casey Means on deck next. Callie Means' sister, correct?
Correct.
Callie Means is I think he's just a senior advisor at HHS, if I'm getting that
Mhm.
right.
I believe so. And wasn't Casey working in a similar function?
I think she was. All right, you guys are going way too far with the bacon here. Going way too far. I've been a good boy this week. I did my juicing. I've been eating well. So it's the only reason I'm letting myself have a bacon day.
Having a bacon. Okay. It's not the right. I mean, you could just go get yourself some turkey bacon.
I do. I eat turkey bacon every so often, a lot more than I eat pig bacon, but it just ain't the same, man.
It's not, dude. I
It
can't.
ain't the same. No, I'm just craving a big ass pack, but I got to find the good stuff. I'm not going to go get garbage Hormel trash pig wherever.
Yeah. I wonder
Gross.
if there's like with that gotbeef.com. I can't remember what the beef maps were. Is there like a pork maps?
That's called Hinge.
Bacon flavored toothpaste.
Yeah,
Nah.
gross, Spetzel. Gross.
Nah. What does the breath smell like after that? Can't be good.
I think they call pork maps Tinder or Hinge. I had some good sardine days this week too, Cyberspeed.
Same.
I've eaten a lot of sardines this week. So
Same.
it's time for a bacon day.
I'm a hot sauce on my sardines kind of guy, and I got some hot sauce from the organic store, and I gotta say it's just not that good. It's not.
No,
I'm working through it though.
I don't think Rattlesnake has bacon. I was checking out their website after we ran one of their ads on Friday, and I think all they have is cow and chicken. But I am going to place an order through them because their stuff looks good. They got chicken and beef. Yeah, I don't think they have pork.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I could be wrong, though. I could totally be wrong. But yeah, I don't see no bacon on here. I think I'm just gonna order like a. They had like 10 pounds of ground beef or something. Yeah, this is what I was gonna get.
There you go.
Just 10 pounds of ground beef. Yeah, okay, it's $14 a pound. That is higher than the grocery stores, but I know it's going to be way better quality and taste better. So, plus I'll support Rattlesnake, and that includes shipping and everything too. So,
Oh, Jessica,
what?
you got to read the comments.
No, he's going above and beyond. Literally, I'm not even trying to.
Yeah. No, yeah, but they don't have pork.
I'm just trying to get on your good side, Jessica. No, but Rattlesnake sucks because they don't sell rattlesnake, and that's what I wanted to eat. False marketing advertising. All right, anyway. Casey Means. So it's like a 3-minute video. I just want to see her. Yeah, I want to see her shit on Bill Cassidy. That's all I want to see. I hate this guy.
And some have been scared to vaccinate their children because they've been told incorrectly that vaccines cause autism. Do you believe that vaccines
incorrectly?
Because he's a doctor.
Yeah.
Whether individually or collectively contribute to autism?
Senator Cassidy, you're a physician. I'm a physician. The reality is that we have an autism crisis that's increasing, and this is devastating to many families. And we do not know, as a medical community, what causes autism. The administration has just committed a huge amount of funding to look at the exposome of all environmental factors that could be contributing to autism. And until we have a clear understanding of why kids are developing this at higher rates, I think we should not leave any stones unturned.
There's been a lot of evidence showing that they're not implicated. Do you not accept that evidence?
I do accept that evidence. I also think that science is never settled. And I think that the effort to look at comprehensive cumulative exposures of our exposome into what is causing autism is important. And I look forward to seeing those results and sharing the best public health information with the American people.
We're going to keep science in, Cassidy.
I hate this guy.
Yeah.
And Senator Kim? I don't know who this is, but oh my God, Spats. That's too far. A MAHA bacon show? Too far. No, but what we can do is that if you guys send us photos of your bacon, we will have bacon awards every week. Share a share a picture of your bacon on somewhere and tag us, and we will judge every week the best looking bacon and give you an award. And the award will be a good job.
How do we judge the best bacon?
Purely by biased aesthetic.
This is crispy bacon, hardcore bacon, fat bacon, chunky bacon.
That's so not MAHA of us.
I mean, it could
Sorry,
be.
RFK.
Yeah, I'm sure RFK
Right.
eats bacon.
Oh, I'm sure he does. All right. What does this guy say?
In terms of, if you are a leader of the commission core, I'm trying to get a sense, are you going to deprioritize having an active license in the same way that, you believe that you can do the job of a surgeon general without having an active license? Do you believe that that is the case for others in the commission core, that they can do their job without having an active license?
Senator Kim, I'm a medical doctor. I graduated from Stanford University School of Medicine. I have a medical license. My professional history is a feature, it's not a bug. I have had a unique history that has merged entrepreneurship, public health advocacy, faculty, course direction at Stanford University, as well as being an editor of a medical journal and a biomedical researcher. And in these complex times for American healthcare, that type of multidisciplinary history is going to be extremely valuable for the American people.
Don't you question her. She just woman-splained the shit out of him.
Yeah.
I respect
A
that.
feature, not a bug. So she is being put up as a possible Surgeon General then.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now I'm wondering who was Surgeon General beforehand.
Yeah, look it up real quick while I address all the bacon comments.
Okay.
Oh no, deep fried bacon, that's too far. Sorry. That's not very MAHA of you, Rave Daddy. Bacon is totally MAHA. Depends. It's got to be thick sliced for sure. Thicker the better.
Stephanie
Patrick wants to be a
Hardapala.
bacon baron. Ooh, I like that name. That could be the name of our award.
What's that?
The Bacon Baron of the Week.
The Bacon Boss.
I better see all you bacon addicts out there do something healthy with it, though. Like, do friggin' eat some veg or juice or do some exercise. Come on. I got to be honest. I don't like cooking with tallow. Not my thing. I like butter.
Same.
Tallow is great for skincare. Ask Jessica. Hey, Jessica, would you like me to promote another sponsor? Tallow is great for skincare. I don't like cooking with tallow. Are you looking up who the Surgeon General one?
Yeah, it's Stephanie Haridopoulos. But it looks like Casey Means does not have the sufficient votes for confirmation yet.
Yet. Yeah, well, anything can be not healthy as well as healthy. So bacon can definitely be unhealthy depending on where you get it from or how much you eat or, things out of balance. I mean, water can be unhealthy. If you drink too much, you can die. So let's not kid ourselves. Bacon is not always healthy. And the most of the bacon that people eat is not very healthy bacon. It's loaded with nitrate preservatives and pigs that were kept in a pig prison and eating shit food. So let's not lie to ourselves here.
If you're eating clean bacon and you're not pairing it with a bunch of carbohydrates so that your body can efficiently use the clean fats that you're getting from the bacon, then it's probably okay. But if you're eating like bacon and a donut and orange juice, that's going straight to your waistband.
Yeah. When I do my bacon fast tomorrow, all I'm eating is bacon. I'm not having any pancakes or any bread or anything with it. I'm just eating bacon.
Dude, what if you did like a can of sardines and you topped it with bacon? Just saying, that could be a new thing. Throwing it out there.
I might try that. I might wrap it and then. But so Flow Blend bacon. What about bacon flavored pouches?
I joked about that a while ago at work. I don't think so though. I don't know. Depends. If you all want to see bacon pouches, drop it in the comments. Let me know. Cyberspeed's is game for it.
Might be a little too far, bro.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they sell. Why are we talking about bacon so much?
I don't know.
This is next level, dude.
It's just fun.
It is
It's kind of a slow Maha news week, so we gotta fill minutes somehow. Speaking of bacon and beef and meat in the industry, let me bring up where you at? James O'Keefe Media Group goes undercover. Cattle ranchers and insiders expose how Tyson, JBS, Cargill, and National Beef secretly control America's beef market. Let's just go down to the video. Let's see. He got Scott Krusmark on hidden cam.
This guy right here, Scott Krusmark, he definitely eats donuts with his bacon. Just saying.
Yeah, he definitely eats the Hormel factory farmed garbage pig nitrate bacon. I mean, I can feel his high cholesterol and blood pressure through the camera here.
You know, the Batista family is basically the Brazilian mafia.
You know, they can knock you out of this industry in 2 seconds.
I do millions of dollars worth of business. I like to live a pretty good lifestyle. In case this damn Rolex ever breaks, I won't be able to.
Hey, there you go.
Scott acknowledges he has to go along with this if he wants to keep his Rolex. It's all about money.
Do I enjoy selling them to them? Not really. But I'm like anybody else. I gotta keep my head.
With basically 4 companies, and they pretty much control the market.
And they are buying like all the companies in the United States.
I know.
So they don't have competition.
Because they all pretty much bid the same anymore.
Okay.
The 4 majors.
Yeah, does that affect your business?
Well, yeah, there's no competition.
You don't know how big they are, right? I don't want to get in trouble.
This video is brought to you by Citizen Journalism Foundation. James O'Keefe here in CattleCon 2026, Nashville, Tennessee. The big 4 are all here. Cargill, National, Tyson, and JBS is the Brazil.
Nashville. You know who else is going to be in Nashville?
Who dat?
Us.
Oh.
Badlands Media in Nashville, Tennessee, April 9th through 12th. Get your virtual tickets. Early bird special right now. Early bird special price between now and March 15th. So you have about 2 weeks. After that, the regular price of $40 kicks in for the virtual tickets. And we will be there with hopefully very healthy beef and bacon and good stuff. And also, you can watch all of us virtually from the comfort of your couch while you eat your stuff. Fun times. Nashville. I've never been.
I never have either.
Yeah, it should be fun. And I'll keep my lookout for the beef industry insiders there with their Rolexes on.
Brazilian company. In fact, right now, our undercover people are meeting with Cargill at their desk inside.
Who's the best blockbuster this here territory? Me, that's you. Look at, I'm curly headed, ain't I? Bow-legged, ain't I? From the saddle to God knows how when, ain't I?
We're investigating price fixing and market manipulation inside the beef packing industry in the United States. All of the small ranchers seem to be at the behest of this market manipulation scheme, at the behest of the big 4. Now, just some...
The big 4. What brands does Tyson own?
That's going to be a long list.
Yep. Let me bring it up here. Let me bring up a high-res image. There we go. Is it showing? It's showing. So these will be brands of bacon that I am not going to buy tomorrow. Tyson, Jimmy Dean, Hillshire Farm.
Nature Raised Farms.
Sara Lee. I don't recognize any of the rest of these.
Big Ass. Never heard of that one.
Oh, Adele's is owned by Tyson. I don't really buy them much, but I recognize that brand.
Oh yeah, I do too. They make all the flavored sausages, dinner sausages and stuff.
Yeah.
I think I used to actually buy that brand. I'm not gonna anymore.
Yeah, I remember grabbing them years and years ago, but I don't really trust any sausage. True Chews dog treats. Top Chews dog treats. You got some garbage Tyson gross meat going into that. So, Yarp. Anyway.
Yeah, and each one of those big brands probably have. Yeah, this probably isn't all of them either, I would imagine.
No. All right. Let's finish up talking about some health tech, and we'll get to some comments.
Okay.
We are about 1 week out from the first 40 hertz ultrasound device being ready. Literally, the US 2000 Pro running the precise 40 hertz plaque clearing frequency everybody is raving about. I don't know much about that.
Yeah, so they've been using it. Apparently, this is just my summation, so I may not be exactly accurate, but they're using. Looks like it's effective on helping people with Alzheimer's. So it's a certain pulse rate, and this device is something that's going to be inexpensive enough that you could get it for home use. So this is going to be a tool that people will have in their home.
Ultrasound hits at 1 megahertz, 1 million times per second. It's just pulsed on and off 40 times per second.
Yeah, let's see.
So it's a basically a buzzing frequency that they are buzzing. If I'm understanding that right?
Yeah.
So it's a pulse, it's a pulsing pulse that they're doing.
It's the pulse of a pulse.
It's a pulse
Yeah.
of a pulse. Ultrasound hits at 1 million times per second, and the 1 million times per second ultrasound hits are turned on and off 40 times per second. Am I getting that right?
I don't know. I think so.
I think so.
Sounded good.
I mean,
let's see here. I'm reading through a little bit about it.
40 hertz would be used to potentially help clear brain amyloid plaques in Alzheimer's cases.
So it looks like they would use this handheld device that uses sound waves similar to
1 megahertz pulsed 40 times a second. That's what you just said.
Yeah.
So.
Participants use it at home 3 times a day, 5 minutes each time for 3 weeks.
Neat.
Yeah. But it's supposed to help with memory, cognition, that sort of thing. So.
Oh, is this talking about that same device?
Indeed it is, sir.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. The ionsnoetic.org website. I've come across these guys before. They're talking about it here. The Center for Consciousness Studies. We're studying it, and according to their research, it can help improve memory and cognitive function in individuals experiencing memory difficulties. I'd wear it if I was old and stupid and couldn't remember anything. I'd wear it like Magneto.
Yeah, so if we ever start podcasting and I'm wearing that, you guys are going to know why. So I can try to keep up with Jordan.
In 40 years, if I'm still podcasting if I'm still alive then
not if you listen to all the bacon advice, you won't be.
Yeah, that's right. Nah, I'm gonna come out with the most organic bacon. That's gonna be my new goal. It's gonna be the world's healthiest bacon. Sather's bacon.
Vegan bacon.
Hell no. It's gonna be the world's healthiest bacon. Incredibly organic. The pigs are going to eat the purest diet. Free range, whatever fed. I'm gonna give the pigs ultrasound devices and clear the plaques out of their brains. Give the pigs chlorine dioxide and everything. They'll be so healthy.
Legitimate question. If all a pig ever eats is vegetables, and then you slaughter that pig, could you call it vegan bacon?
What do you think, Nate?
I think I would just go for it. I mean, it was a vegan pig.
What are we gonna do with you?
I don't know. Get me a brain device. All right, what's the next
I think
tech?
you might need one. The FDA has approved a revolutionary light-activated polymer system that repairs severed nerves without the need for traditional surgical stitches.
Boom.
Nerve repair system, light-activated polymers, developed by MIT, research from MIT. Firm is called Tissium. Flexible 3D printed cuff around severed nerves. Instead of the painstaking process of manual suturing under a microscope, surgeons can now apply a liquid pre-polymer that cures instantly with light. So they're basically just patching you up with glue.
Yeah.
It's like a light activated glue.
So
that'd be
much better recovery than traditional suture methods.
Oh yeah, much better recovery. You're not gonna have to worry about breaking your stitches or reopening the wound. Also, in say like for the military or emergency medical services for ambulams, this could be pretty revolutionary to address trauma on scene. If they just had like a patch they could just slap on an open wound real quick and shine a light at it. Gunshot wound or something. So pretty sweet there.
Oh, and I wonder if that'll start being applied for like spinal injuries, if this tech would move over to that as well.
Yeah, I've gone pretty bonkers. I'm sorry, guys. Try Falls brand bacon. Family-owned business in Twin Falls, Idaho. Well, I'll check it out, but unfortunately, I'm not getting to Twin Falls by morning for bacon, so. But thanks for the suggestion. All right, what do we got next?
I don't know.
Oh, that's the same article. That's the same thing. Let's see. Our next one is histotripsy. Histotripsy is the non-invasive destruction of cancer tumors using focused ultrasound waves. No surgery, chemo, or radiation. It liquefies targeted tissue with no reported side effects. Now approved for use in liver cancer. Histosonics CEO Mike Blue talks about it here.
Our story. So histotripsy, it does feel like it came out of nowhere and is sort of this overnight success story, but it's been now almost 25 years in the making. What we do is incredibly complex, and it's just taken us this long to get to this point. So we use...
Isn't this pretty much what Dr. Royal Rife was doing? Not exactly, but similarly. Like
yeah, I mean, I think it's the same tech. I think this is just we're seeing the evolution of that tech. Because I don't think Rife was talking about liquefying tumors. It was, well, maybe it was. I mean, I guess in a sense.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Well, I think he found he developed frequencies that he called the MO. It was like the mortal oscillatory resonance, the MOR. I think is what Royal Rife called it, and it was just a specific frequency that he found that would kill the bacteria or the cancer cell, and he would go through like hundreds or even thousands of different frequencies for each specific bacteria to find the one that just made it pop.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it really it bugs me a little bit when, and this applies to say health technology, like in this case, or even energy technology, when you have companies come out and say, "Oh, we invented this means of transmitting electricity with radio waves." Like, no, you didn't. No, Tesla did that freaking 80 years ago. Whatever.
Yeah.
But hey, at least it's coming public. At least there's not these same censorship or suppression anymore. So okay, if it can come public and help people, I'm okay with that. But hey, that's cool though.
Yeah.
More power to you, Histosonics.
I think what I took away from looking at all this is that it seems like the FDA is promoting or giving opportunity for newer technology that's focused on healing instead of drug manufacturers, which is a really positive signal.
Yeah, they're just getting the medical mafia out of the suppression.
Yeah.
They're just allowing companies to kind of come out and do their thing now. So that's great. The roadblocks are getting lifted, if we want to say that.
Yep.
And this also kind of reminds me of all that freaking medbed conversation, right? You got people all over the internet say, "Ooh, the med beds are going to come out and cure us of stuff." It's okay. And I often have to say, I totally believe or entertain the ideas that there's advanced technologies out there. They're coming out, sure, but don't call it a med bed. That describes nothing. That's a meaningless term. Let's call it a 3D printed polymer, and that actually describes what it does. Or let's call it a ultrasound wave focused tumor destroyer. Okay, ultrasound waves. Now we're getting somewhere with describing what the tech is utilizing and how it's functioning and working.
Yeah.
Anyway, rant aside. All right, let's check into the comments.
So there was one other, they were talking about using gene therapy, and there was a doctor that was discussing using the specific gene therapy and how in rodent studies they had eliminated he used the word cured blindness using the gene therapy. And apparently in rodent studies as well, based on what they found, is it was reducing aging by about 75%. And they have FDA approval. And he said that they will have results from human trials by the end of this year.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I'm skeptical when it comes to gene therapy. So this is via injections. They use doxycycline as some sort of a carrier. But if the rodent studies look positive, I mean, I'm intrigued. I'm all about, I will definitely continue to watch and see what comes from it. How about you?
What was the disease they were targeting again?
Aging. So
I would wonder at what age are they injecting the rodents with whatever? Like, are they saying, hey, we need to inject you with this when you're 20 years old and then you can live to 120 no problem? I'm going to say, hell no. Cap me off at 80. I'll live a normal life. I don't need your injections at 20 years old. But hey, if I get to, I don't know. Sometimes
yeah, I mean,
people are obsessed with trying to live as long as they can. It's like, I would rather live a shorter life, but more full of meaning and fun and not worrying about that crap. Like, if I lived at 75, 80 years old, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm already cool with that. But I got because I mean, I remember seeing my great grandma. She lived to like 105, 104. And man, like her mind was there, but her body was just the last 10 years. She could barely move. And I don't want that. Sorry.
Yeah, I can understand that. I think what intrigues me about it is the idea of, I mean, so the process of aging, like you live up to say 25 years old or 27, whatever, wherever it is, where your body stops producing the same amount of collagen. Your organs don't repair at the same rate that they did when you were 19 to 20. And so kind of, I think what this doctor was discussing is, you know,
Like they can delay that by 5 to 10 years.
well, it's more like I don't know what the exact science is, but it's basically like extending the telomere, you know, resharpening that telomere so that your organs can start rebuilding rather than decaying because of the aging process. So, I mean, I would be, if it was something that was frequency based, like it was a certain vibration that caused your cells to re-energize, I would be like, man, I am all about that. An injection, I'm highly skeptical.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. You know, I mean, because usually it's between 30 to 40 years old where you hear like most of the statistics would say testosterone starts dropping 1% per year. Your body's ability to regenerate collagen starts dropping 1% per year, you know, around 35 to 40 years old. So, I'd definitely be open to modalities or therapies or technologies that could help delay my body's starting to decline by 5-10 years, or make that decline slower. Like instead of 1% per year, it's maybe 0.5% per year. But I would definitely be skeptical as to what the route of administration, what they're using, and how much they're expecting you to use it. Like, daily injections. Here's your daily peptide that you poke in your ass to, you know, anti-aging or whatever. Nah, I'm good. But if it's, like you said, if it's like just a frequency, something or other that, did you share with me LASIK going frequency?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I don't have that up to share, but I just want to chat about it real quick. What was that about?
So they were, so apparently they were doing some kind of a research into something else, and they accidentally stumbled across, it had to do with frequency, and it caused the cornea to basically kind of like melt and then reform, and they ended up with perfect vision. And apparently this is done very short term. There's no pain, very little recovery time.
Oh, I found it. I found the tweet you sent me. Scientists, come on, StreamYard. Scientists accidentally discover laser-free LASIK alternative. A lab mistake revealed that a tiny electric current can soften the cornea like clay and then lock it into perfect focus. Vision was reshaped in minutes. What? A chemistry professor trying to heat cartilage with electricity made a mistake that could change eye surgery. Michael Hill at Occidental College accidentally used too little current in his experiment and stumbled upon a discovery that might replace LASIK. What? I've wanted this to come out for so long. Like, the only reason I don't want to get LASIK is because I hate the idea that they have to slice your cornea to shoot the laser beam in there. But if there's a way to just use some kind of electric current or resonance to do exactly this and give me perfect vision, like, sign me up.
Yeah.
Take my money.
Definitely. Yeah, I
would 100% melt my cornea. I'd much rather melt my cornea than slice it with a scalpel.
I just feel like it seems like there is, and maybe it's just because I've been paying attention now doing the show for the last year and a half. but it seems like there is a quickening or an increase in the amount of this kind of extraordinary technology that's being released or talked about or discussed or the FDA is addressing. I'm excited about it because if it keeps up at this rate, and now with AI being able to analyze all the data, all the data points, I think we might see some pretty incredible things.
Yeah, because I've known a lot of people that have gotten LASIK. My brother and my dad both did, and I know a lot of people that have. They're happy at first, but then usually their vision just switches. So they get the long distance vision, but then their near vision goes, and then they end up needing readers anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then also when they have to make the incisions, they can shoot the laser in there. That incision, that little flap, if you're driving with your windows down, or say you're an athlete and you're like turning your head too fast or something, and maybe it's windy out, a puff of air strong enough going the wrong way can flip that little flappy and totally screw everything up. You have to run to the doctor to get that fixed. So
it doesn't heal permanently? Like it's always...
I don't know how long of an issue it's for, but I think I remember some people having a problem with that flap open it up pretty long after their surgery. But
dude, no thank you, man. It's like,
yeah, it might heal. It might only be like a few months, but still, I don't know exactly how long that's an issue, but I know it has happened to people where wind and it didn't heal yet, and problems. So plus just just trading far vision for near vision. It's near vision for far vision. It's like, I don't want to spend all the money to LASIKs and boob jobs have to be tweaked after several years. Hopefully some people don't. Then the look is kind of weird, right? For both of them. So if I could have an electric current just burn me perfect vision, that'd be great.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. All right, guys. Any last questions, comments, concerns? Let us know. Otherwise, happy Friday. Thanks for tuning in. And hope you have a fantastic weekend. Hope you enjoyed our psychedelic video on Wednesday too. I haven't looked at the comments on that yet, but that was a fun video.
Yeah.
That was.
I'm sure it got a couple of comments.
All right. You guys have some fun. Bacon. Bacon. Awards next week. Take care, everybody. I guess we'll see you next Wednesday. Take care.
Adios.
Thank you so much for joining us, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up on this video. And a special thank you to all of our advertising partners. Please remember to shift your dollars to support those businesses that support Badlands Media.